feels like a miracle, honestly. Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Amy Sampson. Today's video is going to be all about rituals. Bit of a, tangent off from my last video, which was all about the menstrual cycle and what I've learned since I've tuned in with my cycle. So if you're interested in that, then definitely go and check that one out. I love a little ceremony. I love a little new moon, full moon ritual, menstrual cycle rituals. Obviously, I have my ritual pretty much most mornings of doing a little bit of breath work, doing a little bit of meditation, things like that. But I wanted to talk about specifically the new moon and the full moon rituals, which I've been getting into the last few months, and how they have been so impactful in my life, specifically around setting intentions. So usually the new moon ritual is all about setting intentions for the coming month. And the full moon ritual is all about letting things go. So what you're going to let go of for the next month. And examples could be, you could be setting an intention on the new moon to call in more confidence, or set an intention to be more present, or literally whatever you want. And then same thing with the full moon ceremonies, rituals. You can set intentions to let go of fear around like something that you're trying to do. And I have found that doing these not only is perfect to do during the new moon and full moon, because it's like a specific time that you can get yourself to do. So I made a calendar and I wrote down every single new moon, full moon. So I know exactly when I've got these intention setting rituals and letting go rituals. And I think that that's really good, because obviously keeps you kind of organised. Also, the people in the spiritual field talk a lot about how during these times the energy is heightened. And so whatever you're putting out into the universe, whatever thoughts that you're having during that time are amplified. And if you're thinking thoughts that are really negative, then they're more likely to manifest, apparently, during this time. So this is why I think it's a really good time to start setting intentions and get really conscious on praying for the things that you're manifesting and praying for the things that you're calling in. It's always a good time to get present and to become aware of the thoughts that you're thinking, like all the time. But if the energy, if like what the people are saying in the spiritual fields and the astrology fields, and the energy is more powerful and potent, then it's definitely a time where you're going to want to be setting them intentions. I have found like really good results. A few months ago, I realised that, and I've spoken about this in different videos, I was really lacking the discipline I needed to manifest what I wanted to manifest. And I had realised this through a few different things. For one, I wasn't feeling good. I was feeling low. I was feeling unmotivated. I was feeling like no joy around anything I want to do. A little bit apathetic. And I had no drive, honestly. And I was distracting myself all the time with videos on YouTube, meditation, just anything that made me feel calm and relaxed. And then no wonder I was always like tired and like just didn't want to get up and do anything. I wasn't depressed or anything, but I was just finding it really hard to get started on them things that I wanted to get started on or do. It was like finding it a struggle. And so what I did was I started by doing a new moon ritual and telling myself, I'm calling in discipline, telling the universe, whatever you want to call it, God. And so that was my ritual, my new moon ritual. I'm calling in discipline. I set the intention to be more disciplined. And after the first month, not so much changed, but what I noticed was in my field of awareness, I was focused on discipline a lot more. So I would more likely choose or make decisions towards cultivating more discipline. So whether that was learning about discipline, and this is one thing that ended up happening, is I ended up researching discipline and then really understanding what discipline was and why people don't stay disciplined. And what I learned was that when we're trying to do something, I mean, there's many different facets that will affect how disciplined you're being. But what I learned was, let's say I set out to do something, and then I have resistance to doing it. Let's say there's emotion there and I have got like these resistant thoughts or these resistant feelings, and then it's accompanied by thoughts of I'm not good enough, or like I'm just never going to succeed at this. The people that are able to listen to these thoughts but not actually let the thoughts completely take over what they're doing are able to stay more disciplined. So I remember watching a Teal Swan video, and she was talking about how the people that are disciplined will use their emotions as like a compass, whereas the people that are completely controlled by their emotions are not so much in that state of awareness of what it is telling them, then they could potentially just be basically taken by the emotion and not actually looking at it and figuring out where it's coming from. Does it need to be healed, or do we need to just carry on, or is this emotion arising because we need to change course? And I think this is an important thing that I learned from doing these rituals, which was, I mean, amazing, because what I realised after the first month was that not so much has changed in terms of my own behaviour and state of being. So what I did was I continued calling it in. I was like, okay, the next new moon ritual, I decided I'm not done trying to call in discipline. I'm going to continue to keep calling in discipline. And I did that for a few months. And actually this month, yesterday, was a new moon. And it was the first month that I didn't call in discipline, because I've actually gotten so much better. And it feels like a miracle, honestly, because like before I was calling in the discipline, I didn't feel like I was ever going to come out of it. I felt like I was just doomed forever, and I just thought, oh my god, I'm not a disciplined person, this is going to be such a struggle for me. But as soon as I started really practicing and getting over the first few humps of uncomfortableness, it just got easier and easier. So I decided that I was going to start doing breath work at the start of the year, and that really, really helped me with my discipline. So doing breath work every single morning, and it was just something small that I could start implementing into every day and start to train that muscle memory of, even though we don't want to do this, we have committed to it. And if we've committed to it, that means that we're going to do it. So over time, I really cultivated a lot more discipline in my life. And then I started doing more work towards my goals, and just basically from just doing that breath work every day and calling in the discipline, I've been able to just increase the amount of action that I'm putting into towards my goals on a crazy level, on a level that I didn't think I was going to be able to do before. So that has been really amazing. And then yesterday was the first day that I started to call in confidence, and now we're going to see how that goes, because I'm still calling it in. I'm still seeing where that's going. I guess I will let you guys know how that goes. And actually for the last few months, I haven't really even been doing my full moon rituals. I have been kind of really busy, so forgetting to do the letting go ceremonies. So that one is on Saturday in a few days, and I'll make sure that I do it then. But just wanted to share this because I find it really, really powerful. And I think sometimes with like spiritual practices and things, it can sound so woo-woo when we talk about things. And I am a lover of trying new things now, because I'm like, do not knock it until you try it. You don't know how something is going to affect you until you've experienced it. And this is what I've found with these kind of rituals and spiritual practices and things like that, is that you wouldn't even have thought how powerful they can be on your mind and how you're living and how you're manifesting things. But I have had some amazing results. So that's why I wanted to share this, and that's why I feel called to share this stuff, because maybe someone else needs to hear this message, and I'm sure if you do, the universe will help you to find it. But for now, that is the end of this video, and I really enjoyed making this video. Love talking about this stuff. So if anyone's got any questions, anything they want to talk about, anything you want to ask me, anything you want me to talk about, let me know in the comments and I will respond with a video, or I'll comment back. And yeah, so have a good day, guys. Have a good night, day, whatever time it is there where you are, and I'll see you in the next video.